Hi, I'm Michael. Thank you for coming. We are living in the midst of a second Gilded Age. In our era, a vast accumulation of social wealth and space continues apace and quickens, as a powerful few amass an immense amount of our social assets. Neither the possession of wealth nor of space should be concentrated under the ownership of a minority, but rather distributed and shared amongst all people. Therefore, architecture must work to serve the interests of the whole of society through the means of the discipline, the production of equitable and accessible space. We must resist the privatization of public space, but even more fundamental to the discipline, architecture must appropriate existing building space in order to add it to the commons. This space will be created within, around, and on top of new and existing buildings, infiltrating and disrupting conventional typologies and programs. As part of this effort, my team of socialist accelerationist architects have been at work in our lab in an office tower in downtown Los Angeles. Understanding that only by radically advancing technology will our desire for a society emancipated from productive labor be achieved, we have developed a genetically modified bacterium. We have since unleashed our bacteria within the tower, and it has metastasized, infiltrating the tower and expropriating private space for the commons. Beginning with the tower wall conceived as paper space, this original operating maneuver was then extruded to function as wall space. As wall space, we began to understand it as a delineation of binaries, of solid and void, public and private. The formerly private spaces of the tower became voids cut from the floors, walls, and ceiling. A spatial vacuum which is leveraged to generate its counter-opposite on the exterior side of the wall. These enclosed spaces are then the transformation of private to public and become potential spaces of new social formations. Here we start to identify and carve out these spaces in order to accommodate the needs of our lab community. The meeting room will be a double-height space and hold social gatherings and council meetings. We have our labs, and here we incorporate a library and living and studio space as well as composting below. In this plan, we see the infiltration of the tower and structural systems as the bacteria proliferates in a mesh-like scaffold. Inside the tower, we leverage existing slabs, while outside the scaffold acts in tension. We take advantage of the unfolding scaffold structure, the punctures and apertures created through its growth, for views into the tower and the street below, as well as interior and exterior light. As the scaffold continues to grow, we will continue to utilize it in the expansion of our program areas. Thank you for your time.